It's time for the weekly aspirant. First up, we got Miguel and support GM. I've just sent you an invite if you can check the call. Awesome. GM Miguel.
Hello. So, GM everyone, this is Miguel. This is Miguel from support. For support stats, we had 39 new tickets, which is a 38% decrease from last week's report. We received 18 inquiries on Discord last week, which is a 14% decrease from the previous week's average. Our first reply median time is at 55 minutes, and then 49% of the tickets were resolved in one touch. Our full resolution median time is at 53 hours, which is definitely a slower week for tickets, possibly due to the holidays. And we also had 51 total solved tickets last week. So this is our first week without Megan and Mogi acting as our workstream leader. And I will be covering up sprint until Donna comes back after her maternity leave. Guys, for our support proposal is out on Metaphoro. Please give your comments and feedback. It is appreciated. And for tickets, there are no specific trending issues. We have few keep key concerns with updating and balance display issues on few assets such as XRP. We had a two XRP related tickets, which we sent them the tool Highlander made so that they can send off their XRP from KeepKey, and also a couple of our chain trade related tickets. For Zendesk, our top our top three most viewed articles are the following. First, KeepKey updating the bootloader and firmware, and then what happened to beta.shapeshift.com, and the last one is wallet migration to mobile to web. So that's for it for support. Thank you and have a great day.
Thank you. Could you post the proposal when you get a chance to the ShapeShift stage so that way people can take a look at it if they'd like?
All right, PDT. Gotcha.
Thank you. GM. Next up, we got marketing and H-Pain. GM H-Pain, how are you this wonderful Monday morning?
GM Ron, it's the best day ever. Damn, I'm too funny. Anyways, last week, how are you doing? How are you doing today, Ron?
I'm cackling at your meme there.
Anyways, that's good. That's wonderful. We love it. Anyways, last week we had office hours on Tuesday at 10 p.m. or 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you weren't there, please check out the recording and go check it out. If you want, as a reminder, I'm going to say this like for the next month. If you want a deeper dive into weekly analytics or metrics or what the heck marketing is doing, there is a weekly stand up at 7:45 Pacific Standard Time over in Marketing Public. Please stop by if you want to come and check out what is going on over there. Again, also last week we had Hourglass and Arbor bonds launched last Tuesday, as well as a re-opt-in email that went out to 1.3 million people, our entire email list, and that is in efforts to start paring down that list to improve our scoring and deliverability and just sort of how those things work. Additionally, we sent out the monthly newsletter. You should all have gotten that in your email if you are subscribed to our news or to our email list, which is super awesome. Let us know what you guys think about that. This upcoming week, it is the app that goes moo. CowSwap is getting announced on Tuesday and followed by an email announcing that on Thursday. So this is CowSwap week. I expect full cow spirit from the rest of the DAO. It'll be super fun. Stay tuned. And yeah, man, I'll catch you around. Thank you, Ron.
Win moo sounds on cow swap transactions. Next up, we got the Smith and globalization. GM the Smith.
Hola, GM, everybody. I'm glad he's also on the stage.
GM, everybody.
Yeah, GM PTT. Some quick news about the globalization work stream. I'm currently recovering from a surgery, and I'm very proud that the globalization team has my back. I will take it easy this week, but you guys can find me in main DAO's key appointments. Okay, I'm safe and sound, just resting up. So starting with our validators program, I will cover a little bit, but I guess Vlad wants to say a little bit about this program. these are classes taught by global team that have a learning path. So the first class started last week, and tomorrow we'll have a new class. So these meetings are being held on Discord, and they are encouraging the Brazilian community to delegate their atoms and even taking their first steps in FOTC. Do you want to talk a little bit about the validation guild, Vlad?
No, I think you sum up pretty well. This first week we created a wallet to follow the program. Next week we'll be talking about the Cosmos ecosystem, and we actually have two classes, and the next one it's you and Giriba tomorrow with more people, starting close with the community, and then encourage the community to invite more people and making those meetings bigger and have groups of discussions on this matter that is so relevant
Yeah,
in shape.
and now for this sounds like an education program, right? Because there's some learning path that people are accomplishing and receiving airdrops that the global team is providing. So there's some incentive to people keep their their assets in the program, at least during the learning path. Moving forward, we are also looking for new RAP integrations on the platform, prioritizing Latin American partners. So there are 2 projects on the spot, and we are meeting with the relevant work streams with the objective of evaluation the systematic, the entire systematic. I know that it isn't a hard thing to do, but definitely we must gather with other work streams to understand how we can help in this integration.
Yeah,
Next
I
one.
think let me finish that, man. You gotta rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically the last topic is covering the keeping up the social engagement of Twitter accounts. We have finally scheduled enough Twitter Space meetings in the next year. Last one was very nice for the size of the account. Have like 63 simultaneous listeners, and that was very impressive. And we plan to keep going on that direction. And if you want to check the new gases and stuff and the agenda, you can check on globalization Notion page.
Yes, and we also have the weekly translation sync. It started today in 5 languages as usual, and counting 1 pull request a week. And that's all for globalization.
Awesome. Thank you, Smith, and fast
Thank you.
recovery hopefully is coming your way. Next
you.
up, we got GK in the mod squad. Jim, GK.
Everyone. Users this week was an extra 60 persons. The last 2 weeks is 110. Still 0 raids. I did get a notification that one of the raid bots is anti-raid bots has an update that's coming, so they're going to start working on they're changing some of their brain power stuff. Random scam links are more common, I've seen. Try not to. Don't type them in. Don't click them. I do a smoke check on anything that looks a little funny, but of course, it's just seen as if anything real, top level stuff. Who the hell writes these notes? Oh, that's me. I did do a new forum post about the renewal. I did do a couple updates on it, but it was all minor wordage stuff. Mostly like change the word to the desired hours of coverage, not that sort of thing, and also more of the Donovo coverage. He's on marketing at the moment. There might be a month or so that he's over on there and he's not over here, but we'll work that out with marketing. I believe it'll be the easiest, and that's all I have. Thanks.
Awesome. Thanks, GK. Next up, we got Diggy in the product team. Jim, Diggy.
Hi, everybody. Sorry. Yeah, we have a lot going on as usual. You guys all know we're working on the product strategy. The prep for the call tomorrow is still continuing. And then we have a draft workstream renewal up on Metaforo, so please take a look and provide any feedback. There is a note there, some of the numbers for our goals are not filled in yet. As you guys know, we're still working on product strategy. So after the call tomorrow, depending on where it ends up, we will go back in and fill in those numbers. And then the ability to select the currency when you're on and off ramping with our fiat providers, that's a Beard special. That's in, I don't know if his PR has been, is up yet, but anyway, that'll be a really nice feature to have. So you'll be able to say, I want to buy Bitcoin using US dollar, for example. And it'll just help improve the overall user experience. Wherever, this is the ability to get notifications inside the ShapeShift app. We're able to start testing. And then they are also going to roll out a feature to be able to inform users of their on-chain activity. So for example, let's say you bought Bitcoin, you would get a notification when you receive the Bitcoin in your wallet, as an example of what Wherever does. And then going forward too, like if we're doing a rebasing event, we can notify all the Foxy holders if they're subscribed. So super cool feature we're excited to roll out. And then the ThorChain grant proposal, they have some feedback to give us. So we have a sync up with them on Wednesday. So looking forward to that. And then swapper updates continue. I'm sure DeFi will speak to this a little bit as well. They're working on the ability to get the best rate. Right now, our swapper doesn't have that ability. And then some UI improvements to go along with that and some other settings in the future. So just continuing to improve the swapping experience. And then Beard's been working on eligible DeFi opportunities. So this will show users inside the DeFi earn section and inside the dashboard, actually, any eligible opportunities that they have for assets that they hold in their wallet. So this will be a really nice feature to roll out. Outside of that, I just wanted to remind everybody to stay wary and I guess stay diligent. I had a strong, robust phishing attempt over the weekend on my Coinbase account. I got an email from help@coinbase.com, a text, a phone call. Coinbase will never call you. Just a reminder to always keep your assets on your own wallets, not your keys, not your crypto, and just to stay wary of any phishing attempts. Thanks.
Yeah, that's a great reminder, Diggy. Thanks for that. Hopefully everyone's staying safe this year. Next up, we've got DeFi Cafe and Engineering. GM.
Yeah. So first of all, the gang's in town. We got all of engineering on the Mountain Time Zone at the moment, which is pretty cool. So you can expect to see, well, Gome's always around because he's a robot, but we can expect to see more Apotheosis around this week, which is cool. Big shout out to Kevin. The self-hosted nodes kind of wrapped up last week, so we're not reliant on like any third-party data provider like totally skips my mind right now. What they call the people that do the Cosmos stuff and Avalanche, but we should be seeing a lot more performance and reliability now because we don't have to use like third-party data providers, which is great. Wallet connectors in test. Ops found some bugs. We're still trying to wrap that one up. It's a monster PR, like several thousand lines. We met with the Wherever people this morning for the notification widgets like Diggy was talking about, which is awesome. We're just working with their devs at the moment, like right now, to get that reviewed, merged, and tested and turned on. On the swapper side of things, we're trending towards 0% failures. So Apotheosis has been working really closely with like the Nine Realms guys and got a lot of like support and feedback from them. So in terms of like user experience, we should be seeing much like essentially close to 0% failed trades on ThorChain. Also being able to do much smaller trades and not wasting fees at all. So just all around a way better experience for users there. And then Gomes has just been killing it on the idle and DeFi section along with Beard as well. So we had some like upstream outage from idle overnight, but that's been fixed, and Beard's been doing some pretty gangster work on like the UI improvements for the DeFi section. So we'll get those reviewed and merged this week. So that's pretty much the update from engineering.
Thanks.
Oh yeah,
Next
we're all
up-
kind of half sick, by the way. So we're just trying to get that out of the way before the retreat.
Get that con crud out of here.
Yeah.
Feel better, DeFi.
Thanks, guys.
Next up, we got Ops, and new marketing release thread can be found at this link here. Otherwise, it's in Ops Public, as always. 1 week from tomorrow is the opening day of the DAO Powwow. I believe all core contributors are invited to attend if you haven't been already. Reminder that Wesley Graves is taking a bit of a break here. If you are going to him for any kind of information and or help with anything, please reach out to the greater Ops team in the meantime. Again, we are appreciating all the feedback, and any and all feedback is welcomed. Week of 11/28, there are 63 PRs and 4 repositories by 12 contributors. No new bounties and no closed. That's it for Ops. Next up, we got Kenton Tokenomics. GM Kent.
GM Ron, how you doing?
Doing all right. How are you?
Not too bad. So yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff happening in tokenomics. I think the theme right now is it's like super emblematic of how there's always been bear markets. Specifically, there's 3 projects that we're interacting with right now that I think really kind of underscore that point. So the first is Bond Protocol. I encourage everybody, if you want to just see this in action, to go to the main DAO treasury and then look at our ERC20 transactions, and you'll see that we are getting about just a little south of 5,000 LUSD a day, and that's via Bond Protocol, our new initiative to be raising stables via that method. Of course, this is similar to Olympus Pro, which has been deprecated now to wind that down, but has some important advantages. One really nice advantage is these deposits go directly into the DAO's treasury. So again, a really nice way to be generating stables. And now we're gradually growing the LUSD balance as a way to get around complete dependency on a more centralized stablecoin, namely USDC. Also, in terms of the other 2 newer projects, we have Arbor and Hourglass, and those are similar long-term bond offerings. Arbor has done like a kind of a test bond offering. It's helping the DAO's own multi-sigs get used to the process, but also just helping Arbor as well, considering the newness of that protocol. I believe they are scheduled to launch their own offering, or the production offering, on the 7th. Just a couple days here. Meanwhile, Hourglass is live already in terms of that offering. The important thing, though, to note is there's no actual sort of exchange of Fox or deposit of Fox in those respective smart contracts yet. That will require TMDC approval, and it's sort of predicated on the idea that there will be sufficient demand for those offerings. But at the very least, we are either live or going imminently on those. So thanks to those teams for helping make that happen. Let's see here. On the research front, we're going to be talking about bridges and $0 rollups tomorrow during the tokenomics session. Both of these are like super interesting and I think important to watch from a building perspective, because we're seeing evidence of volume and transactions accruing on these layer 2s and rollups. It's a little bit unrelated. Arbitrum is on the optimistic side, but I just saw a tweet this morning and retweeted that about higher transactions on Arbitrum. So even though people like to say crypto is dead, it's quite the opposite. And these scalability solutions are flourishing. And then finally, we have the DAO retreat coming up. It's going to be super awesome. I'm leading a strategy session the first day, and just kind of digging into that as well in terms of how this might coordinate with some of the big picture stuff that we're trying to do with the roadmap, and then maybe inform the more granular decisions. So really looking forward to hanging out with everybody and kind of creating the next direction for ShapeShift. And that's it for today.
Awesome. Thanks, Kent. Next up, we got Willie Fox and Ocean for the Fox Foundation. You guys.
GMPTT. I'm not seeing Ocean in the audience today. I know he was online this morning. So I'll go ahead. I can read.
So we just got you then.
Yeah, I'll do my best to rep. Thankfully, he did put some great updates in here. First on the list, we've got the SCP-113, the proposal to hand over accounts from the foundation to the DAO, moving to official vote this week. Thanks everyone who's given feedback and voted on ideation so far. Also, a big focus for the foundation right now is continuing to support development for Archeo. Both Adam and Ocean have been working on the directory service and doing their best to keep pace with Chad, who's just blazing through this. So really appreciate their support on Archeo. Almost said Fox Chain there, getting used to this new term. We've also executed an enterprise agreement with CoinGecko for the next 3 months. We just sent payment over to them this morning. This is to ensure that we have sufficient data rate limits available for CoinGecko. We had recently been bumping up against our plan due to the increase in usage lately, and some challenges around basically doing this all on a decentralized app with no backend. We have basically one API key that all of our users use. We bought some time to basically figure out a way to keep that API secret in the backend so that we are minimizing any potential abuse of that API key. And yeah, I think we're still, we made some asks and offers to CoinGecko to try and offer or display their branding and include a link to every asset page from asset pages on our app to see if that might give us the ability to stay on the free tier, or to get them to make some changes on their end to enable us to not run against that rate limit and not basically share the API key with all of our users and stay decentralized and fully decentralized on that front. Unfortunately, that was not a feasible path on their end. So I think still basically exploring exactly how we're going to implement this going forward to basically just try to minimize the amount of CoinGecko requests we're making, and therefore the amount that we're paying, while also having as few sacrifices to decentralization as possible. I think I say sacrifices to decentralization. I think it's basically just figuring out if this one API key needs to be stored somewhere. So certainly not making any significant compromises or planning to, but I think still figuring out the best implementation path to hit those goals and balance those desires. Ocean would have been able to speak better to that one for sure, but that's my understanding of it. Also, phase 1 of the Cow protocol grant has been secured. This is exciting. So we've received 5,000 XDAI and we have 50,000 Cow vesting to us over the next 12 months. Phase 2 of the grant will unlock upon announcement this week. So we'll get another 5,000 XDAI and another 50,000 Cow vesting. And then we also have some volume milestones that everyone should be aware of. The first one is $5 million worth of volume, which we're already over halfway to achieving. That will unlock another 50,000 Cow. When we hit 15 million, we'll get 100,000 Cow unlocked. And then if and when we hit 100 million volume in 2023, we will get another 200K Cow. So these volume milestones are 350K additional Cow on the line. And we have to hit these volume milestones before the end of 2023 in order for them to count. So very confident we'll hit at least the first two. And I think it's a great goal for us all to push to hit 100 million total volume before the end of 2023 through CowSwap. All right, I'm really looking forward to the DAO powwow next week. As PTT mentioned, all core contributors are invited. If you're interested in coming and you're not sure if you're a core contributor, but you're an active community member, go ahead and reach out. We'd still love to have you there. If you are planning to attend in person, make sure you reserve a bed. If you need a place to sleep, it's the last chance to reserve one. Also RSVP for dinners and share any dietary restrictions that you have in that spreadsheet. If you are not able to attend in person, we are going to do our best to stream and record as much of this as possible. So hope to at least see you virtually. And I think there's some cool opportunity for us to even invite the broader macro community. I'm not sure if we're planning to do any marketing around this, but I think at least a couple tweets letting the world know, hey, we're doing this DAO powwow. And if you want to attend and see how ShapeShiftDAO and get involved, or at least observe this process, then everyone's invited to attend virtually. All
Yeah,
right.
that's awesome. Hopefully we'll have a pretty good marketing push there for sharing that out, and hopefully we get a lot of views on that.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting everybody together in RL, and of course, leaving the DAO powwow aligned and excited about the roadmap ahead.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you, Willie, for your time. If anyone else has anything, now would be the time to raise your hand or come up or type in stage chat. Otherwise, hopefully everyone is feeling better by next week, and Smith can heal up quickly from his surgery. Not seeing anyone, so let's wish everyone a good GM.